there. My name is Lumbo Laird, EDM Fanatic, Community Manager at Trubo, and I am honored and blessed and delighted to be here with Mr. Nick Chiari, aka Grabbitz, man.
Great to finally. Well, did we get to meet the last time?
Okay, I don't want to go into this because it's kind of like bad memories.
It was a heartbreak.
It was a heartbreaker. I tried to come in to see Grabbitz, and everyone in the New York tour of Sullivan King. Sullivan King, we love you very much, but needless to say, it was a crazy night, crazier than I thought it could. Not as crazy as me, and I missed Swarm. They thank God for Avant-Garde here, for them bringing me in and able to come in and see Eliminate and Sullivan King. But I remember coming in right after the last note of Rome with you, and it just broke my heart. I heard them one jumping to the club mix of that, and I was so upset. But tonight, almost 30 minutes until showtime at Brooklyn Made, this will be my redemption night to finally witness this amazing person in action.
Let's do it. We're gonna rock and rave, brother.
Yep. So, the first thing I would ask you was this. Well, before I ask this particular question, I want to ask this first. With the name of Grabbitz, I did a little bit of research about you and all the other interviews you've done before, and one that I know, it started off with just young Grabbitz in a COD play with your talking to your friends at age 15. And you said that this was being Grabbitz, besides like Goodbye Nick, Hello Grabbitz, was a way for you to be free to just like go out, be wild, and really show off your creative side. So my question to you was this: is Grabbitz kind of like an alter ego for you, or is it not really?
It can be and it can't be. I'm very comfortable writing music that's very personal to me and this body that I was born in, which my given name, that would be my given name. But for Grabbitz, I do kind of think that I can channel something through Grabbitz that makes me feel less attached to PR,
Right. So I asked that because I wanted to ask this. If it was a character, what are like 3 traits, adjectives that you would explain in Grabbitz? Like, it's like describe Grabbitz in just like 3 traits, 3 words.
Like no rules and no boundaries, and all for the art. Like when you have to navigate through life and you have to think about all this bullshit, and it can distract you from pure art. I think that Grabbitz is pure art. Grabbitz is
pure art.
There's nothing else. It's like you can relate with Grabbitz when you're feeling bad. You can rock with Grabbitz when you're feeling good. You can take your own personal bad feelings or good feelings and connect them to Grabbitz. It's all art, all music, no rules, no boundaries, all acceptance.
So I'll remember that. No rules, no boundaries, all for the art.
All for the art.
That's good to know. So I'll make sure I remember that. So this is something if you could indulge us in how was like the EDM scene like in the past? I know you mentioned dubstep.net and trap.net, even one of your songs Bounce was like #1 for a little bit. So how was the early scene for you? Was it like welcoming? How was like the feeling of it at first?
I felt really good about everything. I mean, when I was making EDM stuff, everyone was very welcoming. I got introduced to a lot of people, and everyone enjoyed the records. It's funny because like however many years later, it's been what, like 7 years probably since the beginning entry into this stuff. And all these guys have gone off to do all these different paths of things,
Like went their separate ways?
No, not like went their separate ways, but like, everyone was kind of bubbling in the same area at the same time, and then some people would go off and they explode and they become huge, and I remember even like Keaton's group of friends, Sullivan King's group of friends, and one goes off to be Marshmallow, one goes off as Jaws, Keizo's doing his thing, Sullivan King killing it, so it was a really welcoming, small, like, community, and I felt really cool about it. I loved it.
That is amazing, and I had to ask because I got really into electronic dance music like just through Pandora. It all began because someone introduced me to Monster Cat. That's where it all began for me, and just because of that, I went on Pandora and selected a Monster Cat radio, and it introduced me to you with the song Here With You Now, the Friends EP, which was absolutely amazing. And let me just say this quickly, it was you doing that song, doing Friends, doing Way Too Deep, and that particular EP that like made me say to myself, I was a singer. I love to sing. I love to be like show off my vocal chops. However, it was you that made me think you can add your voice to something to electronic dance music. It was like the best of both worlds for me. So I thank you for inspiring me to work on singing, work on my craft, and doing something like that. And that's why I love vocalists so much. So when I see featuring Grabbitz, I'm just like, I have to listen to it. It's something that like really connected with me. And of course, Way Too Deep. Like, I think it was the first one that made me cry because how beautiful it was. And of course, the lyricism was just absolutely amazing. I just couldn't put my emotions, even with the hard drops and everything. It was just incredible.
Thank you.
So, and here's the thing. You mentioned that you stirred away from the electronic music section a little bit because it wasn't enough time to really express like what you really wanted to say, what you really wanted to feel. Am I correct there?
Yeah, there's some truth in that for sure. I wanted to explore that a little bit more. Honestly, like when my mom passed away, I was kind of right in the middle of, you know, making all this crazy dubstep and playing these crazy energetic shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like almost at that point that my heart wasn't in it. I started writing a lot more songs and singing a lot more through the whole thing, and that's like where all the records off of like Things Change, that was that kind
in
of
2017.
area. Yep. So that was that area, and then I just felt compelled to go after it, you know.
So you could say like it like I don't want to mention like your mother dying because I know it's a pretty touchy subject,
No,
and I will and seriously rest in peace her. I know she was a beautiful soul, but you could say that let's say before that you were like doing like stuff like that was like in electronic music. Let's say like the songs like Don't Stop and Ballin',
Yeah,
two tracks I really absolutely loved. But then after the passing, it went to Things Change, and then is that how we got stuff like Contemplate, My Cloud, and it just like started like being more chill but still more emotional in its certain parts.
My Cloud, I feel like I was starting to come out of the rut a little bit because I've always made fun music, but like there was a very short period of time where it was all getting in touch with the deeper stuff, you know.
And I feel like in the lyrics of My Cloud, I feel like I caught a glimpse of like you transforming. Like you were literally saying, I'm opening up as a singer. Nobody wants quality; they only want quantity. Am I saying that lyric properly?
Yep.
That was something that really stuck out to me. And if you don't mind, tell us a bit more about that. What do you mean by nobody wants quality; they only want quantity? Because I can guess what that means, but I want to hear it from you.
I think it's more just that we were entering into the period, and we were entering into the period where everything was in your face all the time. This track, that track, this track, that track. Instagram, whatever it was always more, and it wasn't really focused on quality.
And like really savoring the art, savoring the song.
Yes, and we're even, you know, we're however many years later it's been since My Cloud, like we're that many years down that path. You know, if you look at like TikTok now and all that kind of stuff, like not that I feel any sort of way about it, but it is all quantity, and you know.
I see. So I mentioned that because the question I really want to ask was this. So are there any songs that like even though you didn't say that much in it, you really loved working on? And on the other side of it, is there any songs that you made that was like you didn't really enjoy making, but at least it's out anyway? Let's start with the good side. So like you didn't really do that much singing in it, but you really enjoyed it. So
Didn't do that much singing in it, but really enjoyed it. I mean, every one of my songs I really enjoyed. Some are more arduous than others. So some are I'm a bit numb to it by the end.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones, if I can make the song faster, then I have the same I have that same fresh car smell basically when I listen back to it. Like Die For You, for example.
Really?
The Valorant track. Well, no, see that took so long to make because it was this long process with Riot Games that by the end of it, I'm like, okay, well, like I'm doing the final version, and like that's it, you know.
I see.
And
Yeah.
and listening to it all year long, and then all of a sudden it has this massive impact on everybody, and I'm like, oh yeah, that song, like, you know, and I'm kind of numb to it. Another song I really enjoyed that came together quick with no vocals on it, I guess.
Like barely any vocals. Because I think like I see like songs that like was like repeating kind of like the same thing, or like it wasn't really saying that much. Like it still has an impact on me.
I was with you now, honestly.
What? No, really? No, because here's the thing. When it comes to an EP, when it comes to an A-Hammer album, I feel like if you say that a song is like something that's like, yeah, there's not that much to it, but I feel like simplicity is its own reward. Let's say first, Here With You Now was just, yeah, nothing. Vocally it's simple, but still either way, it was still something that was like very positive, it was still very strong, and like the switch-ups they had, especially in the second drop, was incredible in my ears. Even though, yeah, I was saying like, I'd rather be no other place than Here With You Now, the only thing between us is empty space. It's nothing much, but without Here With You Now, especially in the Friends EP, I feel like it wouldn't be the Friends EP. Everything has a part. You couldn't have. I feel like it's kind of like almost like a layered cake. You take out one layer, it just won't feel the same without it.
It's just not gonna taste quite as savory.
Right. I was gonna say example of like something that I feel like was not really vocally set. Not many words in there. Was say is Pepper Nerds and You with All Alone. Literally, everything. Everyone remembers. No. Yeah, I think I'd be better off all alone, and that's it. But that's all people will like sing and remember. But still, either way, okay, that related to me because in high school I was all alone. I was shunned from my music and me liking certain type of songs. So that song really struck a chord for me. Over and over again, I would hear that song. So again, it was something that had no words, nothing in there, and let's say even ballad. But that to me was like, oh my god. I don't care. People can say, damn, like that's the least song Grabbitz on over here. But to me, it was just banging. It was amazing. I love the boombox. It's traveling around down the road. I didn't care. It's something that I can get down to any day of the week, any day of the year. It's just, even though there's nothing in there, it really means that much to me. So at the very least, I want to say thank you at least for that.
Thank you. Your appreciation for the grand scope of everything I've ever done is quite incredible.
Thank you. But we have to speak of the magnum opus, and that
What's
is
the magnum opus?
You already know. You already know. Rez and You with Someone Else.
Let's go. Let's speak now.
Oh my God. I have to ask. Well, first off, like you mentioned in your interview, thank you, Mr. Frank, for like introducing you to someone as amazing as him. He's like working the camera, but dude, we thank you so much, and I thank God for Isabel for bringing you to be a part of that song. Like, how did it really come to be? It wasn't just like, yeah, he brought you to Isabel, but how did it form and come to this beautiful
That was
song?
Sean Frank.
Oh, Sean Frank. I'm sorry, the wrong Frank.
But Zach Frank brings me a ton of joy.
Long lost brother, Sean and Z.
And you know, this tour wouldn't be happening without Mr. Z over there. So mad love. But no, I'm pretty sure that Sean sent Isabel a video of me singing on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent me the bones of someone else. She was like, hey, I got this demo. And it was...
Yep.
So then I just played with it and added some stuff and sang and then...
And did the lyrics like come naturally to you? Like you knew that this was something, when I talk about someone who broke my heart, like really screwed me over, and it's like they were this way, but now there's someone else.
I had written the top line with a friend named Alexa, and it was...
Not
like,
from Amazon, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like, no. So, I had the top line written, and when I was listening to the record, I kept hearing that top line. So I called Alexa and I said, you wouldn't mind if I laid this over this track, would you? Like, it was a piano song, and then I did, and it turned out great. Chopped a few things, added a few things, but like the basic of it, so that was just, I kept singing it. Da-da-da.
Right. And already the impact of it is so strong, like throughout the alternative radio records, and of course, having radio plays is something that was like blew me away. Like now more people can hear your music and hear them, and they can. Yeah, it sounds like it's pop and soulful, but it's like a roller coaster. And think like it sounds like this. Why does it sound like this? It's something that's just unique and brings something new to the table. And let's just say, for someone like me who loves to like sing along into the background vocals, like when we do a little challenge like people singing the song, and I joined in, I was like, I know exactly what I want to do with this. And immediately when I got to that bit right there, where like dan, and I immediately think to myself, you know what? Maybe add this in here. Your SOMEONEELSE, your SOMEONEOS. You can spell it out. You can spell it out. And even when I got to the breakdown of it, we had it's like you're someone.
Wait, which part is this now?
That was after the hey. Is it me? After that part.
Okay.
It was after that part. And I listened to the song over and over again. I think to myself, how could it be switched up? How can I have more vocals to it? Because I know you're a very vocal type of guy. It's just me having my own flavor to it. It's how I add your flavor to it.
Remix.
I was like a little remix. I was gonna say VIP, but
Vocal VIP.
you never know. That's an idea right there. But I just had to mention that and talk about that because it left such a huge impact on alternative radio, EDM, and we thank you, Rez, and everyone else for it. And oh my gosh, it's an absolute honor to have someone like you bless us after. I've been listening to your position from 2015 to now, and it's been an absolute blast, like being a fan of yours, and to finally be able to speak with you and personally tell you thanks so much for everything that you've done, and your entire team backing you up and building you up to where you are right now. To possibly the thing that might take someone else over the rainbow. I mean like that, like the best way possible. I know that I heard this a little bit before. This was a bit of collab that I heard a little bit of. Thanks to Wooly. It was you, Wooly, with a 1 a.m. Are you kidding me?
I can't. No comment.
No comment. But I let that speak for itself. But I had to mention that because that was amazing too. But bottom line, thank you so much, Grabbitz, for this little talk.
Thank
I
you.
Truly appreciate it so much.
I appreciate you, man, more than you know, and I love it when I see people gas you up online. It's the funnest thing because you deserve it, man. You bring us all a lot of joy, and for someone to enjoy the music as much as you do, that's why we do it, and that's why I do it.
Thank you so much for at least for bringing that to me, and I'm just trying to do my own part to being a positive light to the community, just how you're leaving your mark on the world to the community, and it's something I just love to do, and I want to be the type of light for everybody, and I want to help the artists, little to emerging to big, I don't care. I just want to give the energy to everybody and tell them I see you, you're here, you're doing such amazing work, and you're going to do so much more amazing stuff in the future. So that's
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to you rocking with me, dude, every bit, and I'm really looking forward to playing the set for you tonight.
Yes, I cannot wait. It is almost 20 minutes till showtime. Let's get ourselves
Wait,
ready.
I play. When do I play?
There we go.
In 19 minutes.
All right,
So
let's
get to it. Thank you so much for being part of this interview, for seeing this interview.
Yeah!
Keep it real, keep it drill. Thank you so much for watching.
My dude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Bro, you're